Let's bring them on, ladies and gentlemen. All right, what's up, my people? Today we're going to tear into, well, not really tear into it. We're going to get this turbo header off to see what's going on. Now, I've done this so many times. I actually have a turbo header removal toolkit. So let me show you what I have. Modified Allen key, a thin walled socket, 7/16 wrenches. One is thin walled and one is a shorty. Crow's foot, spark plug socket, 1/4 inch, 7/16. So these are the tools. First thing I'm gonna do, disconnect the battery and start laying into it, something I don't wanna have to do. I planned on taking this car to a cruise night, which I might still be able to, but I had so many other things planned out today. This really just throws a monkey wrench into everything. So right here is the V-band. Gotta get this bolt off, and that's what that 1/4 inch 7/16 come in handy for. All right, let's just get these spark plugs out of the way. So here's where these little tools come in handy. That's that. I think these are like the stage 8 header bolts, but I can't use them because the freaking on-3 headers, or maybe it's not an on-3 thing, but the headers doesn't allow for the little locking mechanism to go in. I wouldn't be surprised if that was my culprit right there. All right, let's see what's going on here. It's like I figured. You can definitely see this right here, right there. Looked like the back one held, but maybe right there also on that one. Got 1, 2, and 3 right there. Hope you can see that. Down there at the bottom, that's 1. That's the second one. So that's 1, 2. I think that one held. And right there at the top. So we'll pull this out and I can see if I can get down there a little bit better. All right, here we go. All right, so we lost that one. We destroyed this one. I don't know about that, but I definitely saw the marks from this one. Maybe I can't use this rim flex. Figure something else out. All right, that port. You see the blowout right there. I think that one was fine. And it kind of makes sense now because the last couple of pulls I did yesterday, the car is feeling not as strong, and this answers that question why. All right, well, I gotta think about a game plan with this. I'm not gonna go back with the rim flex. I'm just blowing these out too much. So we'll figure out a different gasket material to go with. And I've basically tried every combination. I've tried, well, this is before I had the header shave. I just tried basic ultra copper all by itself. And I did have this metal gasket, aluminum or something. I can't remember the name of it. That worked pretty good. So I gotta look that up and try to find that again, but we'll figure this out. We're not giving up on the season. That's how I feel right now. What's up, my people, and welcome back to the SN95 Power Channel. We are not going to lose the rest of the season. I'm going to patch this damn turbo kit together any means necessary, so let me show you what I'm up to today. I'm going to reuse the Proform locking bolts. I'm throwing Permatex, thread lock, even though, you know, I really know better than this, that this is not going to survive that temperature. I'm going with a aluminum gasket. My thought is fill all this up with this Permatex, and actually on both sides I'm going to fill it up with the Permatex. So I'm going to remove the old header material. I'm going to goop it, sit it. It has some studs I'm going to run through here, and I'm going to run it in a little bit, and then I'm going to come back, goop this side also, and throw the header on here. And we'll see what happens. I just need this to last another really month. So I normally put the car up in October. Now sometimes mid-October, sometimes a little bit sooner. But I just want to get this car out, and I just really want to get to the track. So that's the goal right now, is just to patch this thing up any way possible so I can get it to the track. So let's get started on this. All right, so I got my great wall of goop going. I'm going to stick this on the head, compress a little bit, clean up the header. I know a lot of people have said use Permatex by itself. I've tried that before, having the headers milled. I'm gonna try a combination of the Permatex and the aluminum gasket. All right, so this is gonna be take 2 of this. I actually goofed up trying to get that other gasket on. The holes for the bolts are, it's real tight. And so I gotta clean all this mess up and redo. All right, got my stuff staged up. I'm gonna let this sit and kind of harden a little bit, but not harden, but get less pliable. And then I'll come back and mate it up. All right, another quick update. I have all the header bolts in except for the 2 end ones. I snugged this. Gosh, actually I didn't snug this side. But anyway, I just need to find another lock bolt for that side, and I would have all the header bolts in here. All right, so I have 2, 4, 6, 8 header bolts installed. Now, this is actually the first time that I've had 8 header bolts installed. I normally could not get this bolt in right here. So this is actually a shorter bolt. I believe these bolts are, the Proforms are 3/4, and I think this stage 8. This one right here is a 1/2 inch, so I was able to get that in there. Like I say, up until this point, I was not able to, because the way this header flange is, I had to grind or open up this hole a little bit, and it still goes in on the angle. It's just a mess, but it's in here. It's pretty much been over or pretty close to 24 hours. I'm going to re-tighten these up a little bit. Then I'm going to start it. I'm going to put a heat load on it for a while, and I'm going to cut it off. And then tomorrow I'll come back, recheck, retorque everything, and take it out and commence to beating the snot out of it. All right, so everything is tightened up. So start it up and see what happens. Gotta love E85 cold starts. It's a little engine that could. This thing's probably gonna smoke like a chimney. Sounds good. I'm gonna do a couple of heat cycles on this. But we'll do a couple of heat cycles on this and go back through and retighten the bolts. All right, we're back to more work. This is the next day. I am going to take everything off. When I say everything, I mean the spark plug wires, the spark plugs, recheck everything after this heat cycle, and then maybe I'll take it out for a test ride. I got a good feeling about this. Like I said, I've never had all 8 bolts on this header at one time. It's usually just this one right here that I can never get on, but I was able to get it on this time, so we'll see what happens. So I did have some bolts back out and torqued everyone, not really torqued, but tighten everything back down, and it seems like this is going to be the situation where for the next 7 weeks I'm going to have to just faithfully snug these things down every week or so. All right, everybody loves cold starts. This is an E85 cold start, so it's going to be very grumpy starting up. Ka-chunk. honestly, I'm not too concerned with these cold starts. It only gets like this when the temperature dips down below like 60 degrees. Haven't had any tuning support lately, but I'll tell you about that another time. Now I could mess with the tune and play around with the cold start enrichment, but I'm not trying to concentrate on that. It just, I have to take another extra, what, 3-4 minutes, maybe, yeah, 3-4 minutes to get this thing to crank over and run. Right now, that's probably because all the fuel that was getting down in there from cranking it over. So I'll let this warm up. It's all right for now. I love to hear that quiet sound. No ticking. At least for today, I'm happy. All right, I just buttoned everything back up. It's looking mighty suspect in the sky, but just want to drive a little bit so it can relearn the fueling. Need to do some part throttle pulls. Probably a handful of them. Let the Hugos, well, the one Hugo dial in fueling. But I hope I don't get caught out here. So I'm not going to go far. Basically, I'm just going to do a little part throttle pull here. She is super rich. Like, oh my God. This thing is rich. Good thing. It just could mean that the headers are sealed more, less air sneaking in. But now that I'm thinking about it, since I'm doing this, I'm gonna put the car up, let it cool off overnight. I'm going to count this as one heat cycle, and then put everything back together. Yeah, I'm pushing my luck. It looked like the sky is about to open up. It's dumping a lot of fuel. I'm not even part throttle, and it's dumping a lot of fuel. working out. It's working out, so. All right, so that's the end of this video. I count this as a win. This is telling me everything is sealed better because my fueling is different. You know, there's less oxygen getting into that header, throwing off the fuel mixture. So of course it's gonna run richer because I was compensating for the leak while I was tuning it. So I'll let this cool overnight, go back through, check those headers again, and if weather permits tomorrow, we'll drive it and send it. So I appreciate y'all supporting me. The encouragement I was getting, I was really pissed off, but you know, it's rinse, wash, and repeat. So appreciate your time and God bless.